Hello there, welcome to my channel, Maze's Life, where I'm terrible at managing money, but I'm trying to get better. So with today's video, I kind of wanted to try something new. A YouTuber that I follow, with the channel name Personal Finance with Layla, Debt Over It. She's changed her name, I believe, but I believe that's the new version as of today, the new name of her channel. She tracks her financial milestones throughout the years. So I wanted to try to do that as more motivation and also just another tracker to see my progression throughout the years with not just my debts, but with other things such as different savings and income goals. Alright, so this tracker that I have here, I got from her channel. I will link her channel down below. You can check it out. She is no longer in debt. She is debt-free, but I watched every single one of her videos while she got out of debt, and I just found her videos very helpful. So I would highly recommend her channel. If you haven't heard of it, it's going to be linked down below. Alright. So let's get into it. So I'm going to start from the beginning, September 2023. I will go over my first debts pretty quickly with you all, but I have them broken up here in the left hand side. These are all my financial milestones. So these are all my debts. Then under column B, those are my goal dates to pay them off. And then column C, those would be my completion dates of whether or not I was able to pay them off. Here highlighted, I have my total credit card debt, my total loan debt, and then just my total overall debt. I will go over this quickly because you can see this in my monthly debt confessions. But I also wanted to track other things, such as bringing down my monthly debt to income to 10%, which I think will be very beneficial when I go to buy a house, hopefully one day. Then I want to make $100K in a year. But the way my salary works, I work based off of a fiscal year, not a calendar year. So I divided 100,000 by 12 months, and so I want to make this much for 3 months in a row. Basically, I want to make $8,333 for 3 months in a row. Then below, I have how much I want to save up for an emergency fund, and I do have it separated out. I want to save $15,000 total, because that would be about a 3-month emergency fund. I would love to one day have a 6-month emergency fund because I'm single income, but my job is very stable, so I'm just going to shoot and aim for 3 months first, but of course it'll be after I pay off my debts. Then below, I want to increase my credit score. This will mainly be for when I go to buy a house. And then these are, again, some savings funds for home buying as well. Buyer's commission, down payment, closing costs. I know that I could negotiate to have those paid off or lowered by the seller, but I would at least like to have this minimum saved up. This is also buying a house milestone, and then my investment milestone, and then you're breaking down the investments with a Roth IRA contribution, yearly contribution. Alright, so these are my goal dates. Some of these are hard deadlines because I will have balance transfer promotions ending soon, such as these 3 right here. I have balance transfers on those cars, and those are the promotion end dates. So I actually want to bold that, as that is a hard deadline. Some of these, they're loans, that's when the loan is paid off, so it's a hard deadline, but it's not something that doesn't come with penalty, because I make those monthly payments. Everything else down here, there are no hard deadlines, but these are my goal dates. Alright, so now, with my first debt, the Chase Freedom, let's look at it here. So I have $0 in that account. My Cal Coast Credit Union, $0. Chase Edge, $0. My USAA Signature, there's a $2,792.50 balance. My City Diamond, $3,817.99 balance. Bank of America, $6,647.50 balance. USAA Rate has an $8,437.97 balance. Chase Sapphire, $8,930.09 balance, with my total credit card debt being $30,626.05. Then I have a Vivint security loan. It's not through Vivint, I believe it's through Citizen Pay, but that is $2,628. My student loans are currently $11,881.90. My auto loans are $12,710.72 balance. My personal loans is at $13,879. Total loan debt at $41,099.62, with my total debt being $71,725.67. Again, I go more into detail about those debts in my debt confession, specifically my September 2023 debt confession video, which I'll have linked below. Alright, so my monthly minimum payments are currently at 27.08%. So that just basically means, compared to my income, 27% of my income before taxes goes to my monthly minimum debt payments. This is how much I made this month before taxes as well, as $5,908 before taxes. Alright, for my emergency fund, I currently have $374.98 saved up. And so for the rest of these months, I'm just going to leave them blank because they're not applicable. I will switch over into these fields once I hit the goal for this field. Alright, so my FICO 8 credit score is currently at 654. And then my Vantage 3 credit score is at 644. I just learned recently that there's a difference between FICO and Vantage, and there's also a difference between the different numbers. So none of these numbers are what is applicable for when you go to buy a house, but these are the numbers that are given to you for free by the different credit bureaus, Credit Karma, Credit Sesame, and even my banks, the different banks that I have. They will give me my credit score for free, but it's always the FICO 8 or the Vantage 3, which is not the ones that you use for buying a house. Alright, then moving down to home buyer's commission, $0. I have not started that, and I don't plan on starting it until after I have paid off all my debt. Same with my down payment and with my closing cost. For buying a house, it's not a monetary thing to track, but I still want to track it. So I have it as this little dash for not applicable. But once I buy my house, I will check it off here with the little check boxes in column D like this. Or maybe I'll highlight it green. Who knows? Alright, so now moving down to my investments. So I currently have $13,403.77 invested through my pension at work. I have some random odd and end retirement savings at different companies that I need to look into how to get those back from my old employers. But for right now, because I have tried to get that money back and they charge me substantial amounts of fees, withdrawal fees. So just for right now, I'm just going to leave it at the $13,403.77 of what is through my pension. Eventually, later on, I will try to get the money that belongs to me that's spread elsewhere, but just for simplicity's sake, because I have so much going on with my debt already, I will just be tracking what is in my pension. And just like how I did with the emergency funds, the rest of these columns are going to be left blank for not applicable until I start to work on these, until I finish completing this first goal, then I will begin to work on the next goals, or milestones, if you will. Alright, and then my last category is to max my Roth IRA contribution. I will not start contributing to my Roth IRA until I have paid off all my debts, but for right now it's going to be at $0 because I would like to track it one day. Alright, so that is going to be the breakdown of all my financial milestones, or at least the ones that I have currently. Thank you for following along. If you stay to the end of the video, I'd love to have you join me on this journey, so hit subscribe, click the like, and leave a comment down below. My next video will be out tomorrow, but in the meantime, if you have any questions for me or if you have any advice, I would greatly appreciate it if you left it down below in the comment section. But other than that, thank you, and until then, thanks for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye-bye.